Okay, so I had my first lesson of Mandarin, and we just kind of talked about the different phrases. So I had to do how, which is good. I already kind of knew, but new context. And then we also did kan, okay, which means look, or could, it's kind of ambiguous. So I learned how to say some different things. I could say Jeremy, which is my name, of course. Jeremy Hen How, which would be like Jeremy is nice or Jeremy's kind. And if I wanted to say negative, it'd be boo. So Donald Trump, boo, how, which would be like Donald Trump is not nice if you wanted to talk about that. If I could do a couple more, we did Kate Upton, how, Meryl Streep, how, Speed Racer, how, Gollum, boo, how. We talked about how you don't necessarily have to use is. Chinese can be very efficient that way. So that's kind of cool. So let's see. If I wanted to say, I could say hen how, which is in the notes. And if I wanted to say something is, somebody's good looking, then remember kan was look. So if I say Jeremy, how, kan, which would be like saying Jeremy is good looking. Or if I wanted to say I'm good looking, I know that wo is I. So wo, how, kan, would be like saying I'm good looking. If I wanted to say you're good looking, I could say ni hao kan. If I wanted to ask who is good looking, I'm not as comfortable on that one. I think it's she hao kan. I think that'd be right. I'll have to work on that one. Don't trust me on that one. And I learned that if I wanted to say correct, I could say, because there's not really an easy way to say yes. I could repeat the phrase, or I could say dui la, duila would be like correct. And then kan, remember, was look. Use that in different contexts. And I could say kan le is past tense, so like he or she saw or somebody saw. So like if I wanted to ask you, did you see the Jungle Book? I could ask ni kan le Jungle Book ma. So did you see the Jungle Book? And if I wanted to say, yeah, I saw it, I could say wo kan le Jungle Book. If I wanted to say he or she saw Jeremy kan le Jungle Book. Or if I wanted to say like my daughter Julia saw Powerpuff Girls, Julia kan le Powerpuff Girls. So we're just using proper nouns there. And then if I wanted to say didn't in the past, it's different than boo. Boo is like now. So remember we used Gollum, boo, how, kan. Could be Gollum is not very nice looking. Or Gollum, boo, how, for Gollum is not very nice. Or it's not very good. But if I wanted to say past, I'd use something else. And I kind of remember it sounded kind of like mayo, I think, if I'm right. So if I wanted to say Julia didn't see, then Julia mayo kan Batman versus Superman, because she's a little girl. Or I could say Jeremy mayo kan Curious George. So I didn't see, or Jeremy didn't see Curious George. I could say I wo mayo kan Curious George. So I didn't see Curious George. And then if I wanted to, there's one more thing. Oh, we learned how to say like would like. So if I wanted to say Jeremy would like to see, maybe. So Jeremy shang kan. So Jeremy would like to see. Jeremy shang kan Batman versus Superman. Because I haven't seen it. I heard it's terrible. And if I wanted to talk about the movie, I could say, for movies, I could use that how kan again. So Batman versus Superman, boo how kan. So instead of saying it's not good looking, I'm actually saying that it's not a very good movie. I guess you can use things. My teacher told me that it's pretty ambiguous. So if you say how kan, it could be looks good, like attractive. It could be it's a good movie to watch. So it's really, really interesting how flexible the language can be. And so again, that could be Batman versus Superman, boo how kan. Okay, so that's pretty much what I went over. So we had how, kan, and if I wanted to say, oh, I would like to, wo, remember was I, so wo, shang, kan, and then whatever. So 我想看 我想看 James Bond. So I would like to see James Bond. James Bond. How? Gone. Like, he's attractive. He's a good looking guy. And then that's pretty much it. I'm not really good on questions yet, so I'm not really good on how to know like where to put the what, that kind of thing. I know that ma can go at the end to mean it's a question. So remember, ask ni hao ma. So remember that ni hao ma was like you good question, and so that's how it makes it a question. So I'm gonna work on that in future, and I still haven't learned how to say goodbye. So I'm gonna work on that too next lesson. But I'm pretty excited. I think I'm making progress. Oh, you can use hen. So I think somebody told me that it's very, I'm not sure, but you can also put this before, but you don't have to. So I could say, Jeremy hen hao. So it's like saying Jeremy is nice, or Jeremy, somebody said it was like very nice, but I can also just say Jeremy how. Jeremy's nice. But yeah, so anyway, hope that helps you. I'm super excited. Yeah, whoa, how? I'm good. I'm super pumped about this. So I'll let you know after my next lesson what else I learned, and feel free to just follow along in my journey. And here's a question for you to answer in the comments section. Ni shang kan shenma. Like, what do you want to watch? Or maybe it would be Ni shang kan shenma ma. I'm working on it. We'll get it. So, what do you want to see? What would you like to see? Ni shang kan Batman versus Superman ma? Batman versus Superman bu hao kan? Go ahead and write anything you like in the comments and let me know. Thanks for watching. I'll try to figure out how to say see you later next time. But for now, sisya or thanks.